No, I'm trying to shift this one.
Namaskar. Happy Diwali. We are doing a virtual Diwali show this year. This is our 40th year, and it's unfortunate that we cannot go in the usual surroundings that we are in, but we have to do the best we can. We will start with a prayer. This prayer is to the Divine Mother Lakshmi, asking her to give us faith, especially in this very difficult time, to give us strength and to give us energy. With this, let us all pray. Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya.
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 Namastestu Mahamaye Sri Pite Surapujite Shankha Chakra Gadahaste Mahalakshmi Namostute.
Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya. Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya.
Namaste Garudarude Kola Surabhayangari Sarva Papagare Devi Mahalakshmi Namostute.
Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya. Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya.
सर्वज्ञे सर्ववरदे सर्वदुष्टभयङ्करी सर्वपापहरे देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते.
Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya. Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya.
सिद्धि बुद्धि प्रदे देवी भुक्ति मुक्ति प्रदायिनी मंत्र पूजे सदा देवी महालक्ष्मी नमोस्तुते.
Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya. Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya.
Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya, Jai Jai Lakshmi Maiya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the
Thank you very much, Dr. Dubey. Namaskar, Sitaram, everybody. and welcome to Vishnu Mandir's 40th annual Diwali Gala. As we know, this is different this year because we're doing it virtually. Nevertheless, it is Diwali and it is Vishnu Mandir and it's their gala. 40 years and counting. Welcome again, and I just want to let everybody know that we are streaming live on YouTube and on Zoom. Please share the link with your friends and family. We are about to embark on a wonderful program of fantastic entertainment and some inspiring thoughts by Dr. Dubey and others. In the tradition of Diwali, we always start with prayers, as Dr. Dubey did. And the next thing we'll do, which is also symbolic, is we will do the traditional lighting of the diya or the lamps. So I'll turn it back over to Vishnu Mandir and we'll have the lighting of the uh, diyas and the lamp. Once again, welcome. My name is Prakash and I'll try my best to moderate the evening. And if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please free to use the chat line and we'll get your comments and take it from there. Over to Vishnu Mandir.
की महारानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी तुझे घर घर पूजी रानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी ओ मंदिर तिहारा चमचम करे लाखों दियों की ज्योति जले भक्तों का मां भंडार भरे हाथों से धन की वर्षा करे तेरी हमसे भी हो मेहरबानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी हे अन्न धन की महारानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी तुझे लक्ष्मी रानी.
This song, Zaman or Ikota.
Thank you very much, Auntie Tej and the devotees there at Vishnu Mandir for doing the honors tonight and lighting this symbolic light and setting us in the right mood with that very popular Hey Anadanaki Maharani. And you can hear Auntie Tej as usual playing on the keyboard. And I think Dave Prasad was on tabla and Pandit Nataraj on the violin. So as we set the mood right and as we set the atmosphere charged with the lights of Mother Lakshmi, we will continue in the spirit of Diwali. And we'll have a special Diwali rendition by not other than the spiritual leader himself, Dr. Dubey. Dr. Dubey, as you know, is a spiritual leader at Vishnu Mandir, the voice of Vedas, and we always hear him deliver some inspiring thoughts. But today we'll start him off with a very auspicious Diwali bhajan. And I'm going to ask Dr. Dubey, he's going to do Jaba Deepa Chale Ana. It's a very nice Diwali bhajan, and I'll turn it back to Dr. Dubey at Vishnu Mandir.
I am going to attempt to sing a song which tells us that when the evening time comes, let us light this lamp. But what does this light means to us? This light means to us our intellect, our inner Atman. Because when you have a diya, you have the wick, you have the ghee, you have the oil. It does not look very enhanced, very welcoming. But when the light is lit, the whole place becomes bright. You look at it, and light makes all of us happy. Not many of us are happy in darkness. So we ask the Divine Mother through this song to light that light of consciousness in our hearts so that we can share this light with each and every one. One light you can take and you can light so many other lights. This is what we are asking for. जब दीप चले आना जब शाम ढले आना
जब दीप जले आना जब शाम ढले आना
जब दीप जले आना जब शाम ढले आना संकेत मिलन का भूल न जाना मेरा प्यार कब से
जब दीप जले आना जब शाम ढले आना
पलकर डगर उहारूंगा तेरी राह निहारूंगा मैं पलक डगर उहारूंगा तेरी राह निहारूंगा मेरी प्रीत का कागज जो अपने नैनों में भले आना
जब दीप जले आना जब शाम जले आना
जिस जगह से संग चले थे हम जहाँ पहली बार मिले थे हम जिस जगह से संग चले थे हम जहाँ पहली बार मिले थे हम नदिया के किनारे आज उसी अमुआ के तले आना
जब दीप जले आना जब शाम जले आना
Thank you very much, Dr. Dubey, for that wonderful bhajan, and it's very auspicious at this time for sure. I just want to let everybody know a little bit about the format for the night. We are restricted, of course, but we cannot let that hold us back in presenting an entertaining program. So we'll feature entertainment that's going to go back a little bit in time. We're going to look at some of the highlights of events that we had and items that were presented at past Vishnu Mandir dinners and some new events. And we will look at it from the entertainment side. And for you guys that have been frequent attendees at the dinners, whether it be at Pearson Convention Center or one of the top-notch hotels downtown Toronto, as far back as we can remember, we would realize that the other component to the Vishnu Mandir Diwali Gala is the fundraising side to it. Fundraising can be driven by many things. And as you know, Vishnu Mandir is always in the move with something new, something that's requiring attention, something that's requiring energy, and of course, money. And as most of you know, that Vishnu Mandir is undertaken a large project, an expansion right now to the current Balaji temple. In addition to expanding the Balaji temple, Dr. Dubey and his team is adding a Narasimha Bhagwan Mandir. In addition to that, there'll be a wellness center. And, from speaking to Dr. Dubey and hearing him talk about the wellness center, it will be one of a kind as well, because in that wellness center, we'll feature stuff that would not be common. Common in a sense because we've had things like Ayurveda being introduced in our community and in our society. But from Vishnu Mandir's perspective, it will be under the guidance of Dr. Dubey. And from what he is saying and what his vision is with the wellness center, that in itself would be very unique. Coming back to the Narasimha Bhagwan, the Murti will be the first of its kind to have a Narasimha temple in Canada. That in itself is historical. So there is need to raise funds as usual at Vishnu Mandir. And we're talking specifically about the Mandir now. We're not talking about dialysis center. We're not talking about any of the outreach programs. We're talking specifically the Mandir. And so you can appreciate that at the time of Diwali, we all receive gifts and sweets. And equally so, we find it in our heart to also give. And Vishnu Mandir always allows and afford you the opportunity to give freely and to these projects that will mean so much more in the future and for the next generations to come. With the difference being here tonight virtually versus being at the banquet hall with the envelopes that's always on the table, we don't have the envelopes physically, but there are ways we can do it. Just like we are here tonight online, you can send a chat to Sabrina, who is manning the chat line on the Zoom. And I think Rajiv is manning the chat on the YouTube channel. That's one way. An easier way as well, you can call them on there, 905-886-1724. And that's Vishnu Mandir's main line. And you can pledge a donation there as well. It's also very easy. You can go to the website at vishnumandir.com and you can make your donation there as well. I just want to remind everybody that all the donations are eligible for CRA tax receipt. So I just want to get that clear in the air that we are doing fundraising, and I think it's best you hear it from me first and early because Dr. Dubey is still in the singing mood, and we want to keep him that way. So I will make that first plea out there, and as I said before, we will go back to some retro moments, and I want to do that now. I want to go back to this will be a few clips combined together, and I must thank first of all Mr. Krishna Sukul, or Chris Sukul as we call him. He is from KS Studios, and he is always at Vishnu Mandir doing recordings of their programs, and you always see him. He does the recording of the TV program as well. I want to say thank you very much to Chris for providing some of these clips that you're going to see tonight. And this one, we're going to go back to its famous Diwali Lakshmi Aarti, Jai He Mahalakshmi Ma, and it's going to feature some of the young ones from the Vishnu Mandir, and we will see some moments back in time, and you might try to recognize yourself in there, and some of your friends and family as well. So over to this retro clip.
मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे, गिरधर की मुरलिया बाजे। छलिया बाजे रे मधुबन में राधिका नाचे रे
बिगड़ी बात बना देते हैं राम नाम दो अक्षर, राम नाम के दो अक्षर से तैर गए हैं पत्थर। जय जय राम 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 जय जय राम। एक शब्द में कितना सुख है राम में रम कर देखो, एक शब्द में कितना सुख है राम में रम कर देखो। सब देखोगे अंतर मन में राम को क्षण भर देखो, सब में राम ही राम समाई, सब में राम ही राम समाए। क्या हीरा क्या कंकर, राम नाम के दो अक्षर से तैर गए हैं पत्थर। बिगड़ी बात बना देते हैं राम नाम दो अक्षर, राम नाम के दो अक्षर से तैर गए हैं पत्थर। जय जय राम 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 जय जय राम।
We'd now like to welcome.
Well done. I'm sure you can agree with me. That was fantastic. When you look back at the years gone by, 2002 was a special year there, and definitely 2006 was also special. If I can assume, you know, a lot of those people that you've seen in the video definitely changed a bit, and they have grown a little bit as well. I recognize a few faces, and I'm sure they recognize themselves too. The background you were hearing, the last bit there was the song was being sung by a very talented young lady from Mumbai, Miss Aditi Sahani, who had performed at that concert, that gala that year, herself and Bishram Devkinandan. So I'm sure you enjoyed that. And, you know, I was watching a virtual event a few weeks back, and the moderator, the person that was speaking, was asking people to applaud and show their appreciation. And you can do that on Zoom, and you can send your comments in as well. Before I go to the next item, I just want to, first person right away, as soon as we talk about fundraising, we had Auntie Rani Sethi, from the Vishnu Mandir. She has just started off with a first donation of $251. So thank you very much, Auntie Rani, for responding so quickly. So we appreciate that. And I'm sure now that you've started the ball, the donation will start to come in. The ladies at Vishnu Mandir are already starting to take calls. And if you wanted to reach out to Dr. Dubey directly, he's got his phone on as well, and he's been looking at his phone for messages. So you can do that. The leadership at Vishnu Mandir is one of the main reasons why the success shows, and the ability to reach out to the community in a way that's meaningful and serves the interest, not just as a temple, but more of an institution. And the institutional sort of management comes from the different individuals' abilities, skills, and their expertise. One such individual that has brought a lot to Vishnu Mandir in the years that he's been there is the president. And I'm speaking about Sri Krishna Mizirji. And he is a professional in many rates, and definitely runs the Mandir in a very professional manner. And I must publicly acknowledge that from my behalf. That's my observation. And I would like to welcome Uncle Krishna to address us today and give his Diwali greetings at this time. Sri Krishna Mizirji.
Thank you, Prakash. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to our 40th, as you heard, this is a long journey, 40 years, and doing the Diwali did this for 40 years, and we did not want this one to go by and not doing something. I'd like to thank Prakash for doing a wonderful job. He's an expert in this field, and on behalf of management, Dr. Dubey, and all of us, we thank you so kindly for taking on this task for us tonight. For 40 years, he has led us. I'm speaking about Dr. Dubey. He has led us through a thick and thin, and has brought us to where we are today, a force to deal with. And only recently, I came over a verse that said, there are some who bring a light to the world so great that even after they would have gone, the light will remain. He is such a person. And also he said from that one light, he just said, we can have many, many more lights. So let us all try to be a light from his example of selflessness, doing so much for the community. And he always has something new to come with. A greater man as he is, he thinks, breathes, and only want better for our community, our Hindu community, and he does everything in life for us. We like to thank him so much for what he has done. I'd also like to thank the guys like Rajiv ji, Kudas ji, and all of the ladies and gentlemen who have done so much to make tonight this success. I'd like to thank you so much, and also all the volunteers of Vishnu Mandir who have done and been with Dr. Dubey for as longer than I ever been there, and they're still there, and they only not give their time, they give lots of money. And I would like you all to please tonight as we embark into new ventures, and there are lots more to come. And it's all for the betterment of our community. Whatever's been done, you just heard Balaji and Narasimhanji, the temples coming up, and then we have a wellness center that we have to address the issues that we have in the community today, where young people, especially for mental, etc., etc. So he is addressing even that. And then others will come to in future. But what I'm saying for now, let us donate, please, generously to the cause tonight. And let us see, as long as we can go with under Dr. Dubey's leadership, let that light, as he would have given us so great, that even when he would have gone, we'll be there to take on the work, the great work he's done. And Dr. Ubey, thank you so much. And to all those who are here today, the volunteers and who are not here, I'd like to thank you all for what you've done for this Mandir, the community at large. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Uncle Krishna, for your kind words, and definitely well said indeed. Thank you very much. As I was listening to your presentation, and I can't help but repeat the kind words that you have said about Rajiv ji and Kudas ji is doing a fantastic job behind the scenes. And when we see these guys, I think I owe them more than the Tim Hortons coffee. So they've done a fantastic job in keeping this thing on cue. We've got something on the chat here. We've got $200 donation from Steve Mahabir in honor of his grandmother, Ivy Indrani Sukdeo. And so thank you very much to Steve and Nalini Mahabir for that donation. We've got a $301 donation from an anonymous person in Cambridge. And I've got a very nice donation from Pandit Kailesh Mathura and family in New York City. Thank you for joining us, Panditji. And your donation, I think, is $1,200 and $211. So it's, and 20 cents. So thank you very much, Pandit Kailesh and family, Steve Mahabir and family, and the anonymous donor here in Cambridge. The wellness center, the addition to the Balaji temple, the expansion, and the Narasimha Bhagwan Mandir, these are all new projects, and most of the funds are going to go directly um, into into that project. But I was speaking to other people in the Mandir circle. I was talking to Uncle Enar today, and there are some people that are talking to him about giving money on a regular basis, on a monthly basis. So if you want to, support the Mandir in that way, you can give $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever it is that's affordable to you. You can also do that. There are many ways of supporting the Vishnu Mandir, and that's all welcome. So I want to move along with the program. I'm sure you've enjoyed some of the items so far that we've shown you, and I want to add one little bit here. You're going to see items that are different genre. You're going to have some classical stuff. You're going to have some a little bit upbeat and some more folklore kind of stuff. So we'll have a wide array of selections. The next item I want to present is an item that was done, I think it might have been last year, by the STCC dance group. That dance group is led by Shobaji, and this song that they're dancing to is from the movie that came out last year, Diwali, Kalank. And this movie, I know, one of my favorite actresses in my time, my Goti can tell you, Madhuri was just coming out when I was, starting to enjoy Bollywood movies. But the singer behind this song is Dr. Dubey's favorite, Shreya Ghoshal. And I want to now put the attention to this dance item and hope you enjoy it. And I'll turn it over to the control room. Thank you very much.
रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाए पर वचन न जाए। रघुवर तेरी राह निहारे, रघुवर तेरी राह निहारे, सातों जन्म से सिया, घर मोरे परदेसिया, आओ पधारो पिया, घर मोरे परदेसिया, आओ पधारो पिया।
I'm sure you will agree with me. That was a fantastic dance item. And if you can show thumbs up, I can agree with you. I can only see Uncle Leonard raising up his thumbs, but I'm sure you enjoyed that dance for sure. I just received a text from my brother Pandit Kailesh Mathura, and he was explaining the number. You know, the 12/11. His birthday is 12th month 11 or 12th. I think no, sorry, it's the 12th of the 11th month and 20. So 12, 11, 20 was the donation. So thank you very much, my brother, for that kind and generous donation. And for those of you that don't know Pandit Kailesh, he's in New York City. He's a very vibrant Pandit there, speaks eloquently, and his language is fantastic. And you can hear the training that he's had over the course of time. And of course, some of you might know this, but he is Pandit Boj's nephew, and it's also uh, a little bit genetic. So yeah, his birthday is on December 11th. So I want to wish him a happy birthday in advance. Thank you, Panditji, for your kind donation. Moving along with the program, I'm sure you're enjoying the program because I'm enjoying the program, and I'm sure you are too. The next item, we're going to have a special song. We're going to present to you a young lady from New York City. She's part of a band that's run and led by her husband. I'm talking about Geeta Bishram, very popular singer in the New York City area. She's toured Toronto many times, toured around the other parts of the world. And they together, Vinod and Geeta ji, have done some stunning work. And I'm sure after listening to this peppy number, being accompanied by their band, the Angels Caribbean Band, you will agree with me that it's somebody that you'll want to hear over and over and over again. And I'll present to you, Geeta will do this special song from the movie Kalakar, Nili Nili Amber, and it's a nice song, one of my favorites, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well. Over to Control to have this special item by Geeta Bishram.
चांद जब आए प्यार बरसाए हमको तरसाए ऐसा कोई साथ
Now you will agree with me that one was a nice selection for sure. So I will take your word for it, and I know for sure you've enjoyed that for sure because I'm seeing some heads nodding. At this time, we've gone 45 minutes probably, and you've had a few items, and now you've kind of gotten into the spirit of the festivities that we want to create here, minus the food, minus the sumptuous meal. But in terms of entertainment, I'm sure you're getting good value. We've had some good donations coming in, and some of it is being tallied up by the ladies at the temple. So we will hear about that as well. But now I want to put the spotlight on someone that really, really and truly doesn't need much spotlight. The person that I'm going to introduce, everybody knows who it is. There's no suspense here when I kind of talk this way. You know who I'm talking about. But this individual, for me, is a spiritual leader, an inspiration to his generation and the generations after him, a person who sets the bar very high for others to follow. And from Radha Krishna Mandir myself, we always try to emulate Vishnu Mandir standards, and it is because of Dr. Due's high level of execution and high level of expectation as well. Dr. Dubey will address us now. And I want to wish you a happy Diwali on behalf of myself and my family. And I'll invite you now to address everybody on Zoom and YouTube. And without further ado, Doc, I'll pass the spotlight on to you. Thank you.
Can you hear me, Prakash? No? Okay. Everybody can hear me? Can you hear me? Prakash?
Yes, Dr. Dubey, we can hear you.
Brothers and sisters, Happy Diwali. Namaskar. I would like to take this opportunity to wish, as I said earlier, but I would like to do it again, to wish you a safe, safe sojourn until vaccines come in. Please do not take the COVID lightly. It is a severe problem. If you could just take this message for me for tonight, I'll be happy. Please wash your hands. Please keep your distance. And please keep your mask, and not the cloth masks that you wear. It's not as good as these surgical masks. These are the masks that you should have. Anyhow, today is Diwali. And Prakash is probably wondering, why am I going off the tangent and off the key? I would like to say Hinduism has gone a long way since I came to Canada. I came to Canada in 1975 when we were afraid to walk down Gerard Street with your dhoti or the ladies with their sari. Today, so even the people in government who are not Hindus, they wear saris sometimes for these occasions. So far we have gone. And it is because we have taken pride in our dharma, and we are not going to take second place. Since 1975, I've been talking about the virtues of Hinduism, the scientific aspects of Hinduism, that Hinduism is not associated with one book or one god or one object. Hinduism is universal. And when we pray Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina. We pray that all may be happy. You don't have to believe in Krishna. You don't have to be a Hindu. Yet the Hindu prays for the world. This is what our teaching is. And what I would like to say for you for Diwali, please keep this with you. On that vein, we have built Vishnu Temple. We started in 1981, when this Young Street, that where we are now, was a 2-lane traffic. Today, it is a 8-lane traffic. We started at very humble beginnings in a small little house. And because of your help, because of God's grace, and because we try to work honestly and earnestly, we have progressed. We built a small temple to start with. Then we extended it. Then we built a museum. Then we built the Peace Park, which Ajit Sobeshwar, Chanchalani, and Deepak Kuparel, Ramesh Sutai, they were very main contributors to this. And this is a war memorial that Hindus can say there's no other non-governmental institution that has a war memorial to the Canadian soldiers except at the Vishnu Mandir. We have a peace wall, which you will never see in any temple, any church, any gurdwara, any mosque. They will never ever have this because they believe one way, even in temples, they will never have an imagery of Islam, Christianity, etc. You come to Vishnu temple and you will see this because we are saying practice according to your religion. And when you practice according to your religion, you will ultimately be a good person. You don't have to go to another person's religion. In 1981, as I said, we started and we built. So today, our Vishnu Mandir should be called Vishnu Mandir's Institution. It is not a temple anymore. It's a temple. It has a wall of peace. It has the peace garden. It has the Montessori school. We have a seniors home. And now we are adding a wellness center. And this wellness center is given by Dr. Steve Gupta. Most of it is given by him. And in that wellness center, we are going to have the Lord called Dhanvantari. Please listen to the name carefully. Lord Dhanvantari. He is the Lord or the originator of Ayurveda. He will be worshipped every Trayodasi, every 13th day of the dark and right half of the month. And we worship him and ask him to make sure that our health is kept in check. These are some of the evolutionary or revolutionary steps we take at Vishnu Temple. So Lord Dhanvantari will be there, and as Prakash has said to you, we are going to bring Lord Narasimha. Lord Narasimha is sponsored by Ajit and Shaili Someshwar. They will be part of this temple. And the Balaji temple, today I would like to read that Balaji temple originally started in 2006 by Inder Sharma, and at that time it was built in the memory of his dearly beloved wife, Prabhaji. At that time, he contributed $110,000. Today, this temple has become small, and together with Mr. Sharma, we decided to enlarge it. It will be he will be the main sponsor for this event and is donating $150,000 towards this cause. May Lord Balaji bless him. May Lord Balaji bless his family. May Lord Balaji bless his dear Rupi ji with him also. May Lord Balaji bless all of them. This is one donation that we have just got for this evening. Lord Balaji temple cost us about $400,000. The Vimanam on top, which is like a golden dome, which if you come to our temple, you will see it, is exactly what Tirupati has. That will be partly sponsored by Hari Ram Prasad. He has been a great donor to this temple. So these progression of the temple and the addition of this temple has been under the direction of our president, Sri Krishna Misri, and his team. Krishna has worked ardently to get things going. So today I can tell you With all the extensions that are going on, we do not owe the bank one single cent. But our extensions will cost about $1 million. If we can collect about $400,000 tonight, which we are on track for, I think that we can build these temples and we will have no debts whatsoever. The Dhanvantari Murti is given by the Prashar family. They are giving this. And also another member of the Prashar family, Karamjit Prashar, is donating towards the Narasimha temple $5,000. Pasricha family, Vijay and Suroj Pasricha, $5,000. All this, many others. Mahendra Singh, $2,000. I mean, these are names that I know offhand. Myself, $2,000. And so many others are giving. So we are asking you to please help us. Our temple is recognized when you come in. The icon is the Lord Hanumanji, which has been donated by one family. One family has donated that murti. And they spent over $30,000 just recently to make sure that it is aesthetically beautiful. Black, beautiful railings, black granite. That is the Lodya family. You know how much they spent on that? $300,000. Not a single cent was paid by Vishnu Temple. The Radha Krishna Murti, 25 feet, will be given by Prashar family, totally. And Shivji on Kailash, which cost over $50,000, will be given by Deepak Ruparel and family. So these, because of people like these, and on all of ourselves, those who are giving $51, those who are giving $25, those who are giving $11, all that amongst to the reason why we have no debts in our temple. And all of us work in this temple, we work only totally free, and we give our own money to the temple from time to time. So when you give to our temple, you give to an institution which will take you further away from here. So I don't think I have left anything out, but I just want to emphasize Ayurveda. Do you know that over 200,000 people are
Hello,
dead
everyone. My name is Anita
because
Anand, Minister
of,
of Services and Procurement and a Member of Parliament for OPEC.
please mute your mic if you're speaking. Over 200,000 people are dead because of pharmaceutical drugs. And this is why I preach every day in the temple. Fast. You want to feel good? You want to get rid of diseases of your body? Fast. This is why our rishis and our saints have said that one day of the week you must keep total fast. And Ekadashi, you must fast because there are 5 karmendriya, 5 gyanendriya, means the 5 senses and the 5 organs of action, plus the mind. That's 11. That's why on the 11th day, you must keep fast. But here I'm not talking to Vishnu Temple, I'm talking Diwali dinner, and I'm asking you to help us. I'm asking each and every one of you. I would like, before I forget, I would like to thank Chris Sukul for all the work he has done. How can I thank Rajiv Kaushik, Kudas, and the whole team for the great work they have done to put us so many hours, and my godchild, Tej Maharani, I call her, not Tej Rani, Tej Maharani. She is the one who has directed the whole operation to keep things going. She's a great person, and I'd like to thank her very much, although she would say I should not thank her. So, because of this, I would like to ask you to give whatever you can. You know, the kitchen is a great aspect of this temple, of any temple. I have to thank Keith and his boys and the fellows who come to help him work. It's a lot of work. The treasury, which is handled by Fazia, Arjun Prasad's wife, it's a lots of work. These people work tirelessly. They work very hard to get these things done. So, in summary, I would like to say that besides Mahendra Singh, I told you about Pasricha family, Karamjit Prashar, Ajit and Shaili Someshwar, they will be donating
Namaste.
$100,000.
Hello, everybody.
Somebody, uh, they will be donating $100,000. Gordram Kisud $1,000. Veda Harchard $5,000. And so it goes on and on. I will come back later on and tell you where our account is. If I forget, I'll ask Prakash if he'll let me in, because he's the boss now. If he'll let me in from time to time. But now, before I take your leave, I beg you again, whatever you can give, whatever you can give, please give. I have great honor in introducing to you the first Hindu lady on the federal cabinet of this country, of whom we should be proud, a Hindu. I know her, I knew her mother, who passed away 6 years ago. I know her father. Her sister is a professor times three at McMaster University, and she herself was a professor of law. She is the Minister of Procurement, Anita Anand. Minister.
Namaste. Hello, everybody. My name is Anita Anand, the Minister of Public Services and Procurement and the Member of Parliament for Oakville. I wanted to take a moment and wish you and everyone at the Vishnu Mandir a very, very happy Diwali. This year, we are celebrating a little differently given the COVID-19 pandemic, but we should not forget the joy and the love that surrounds the celebrations of Diwali. In particular, I think about my family, my sisters, my parents, who taught us to follow the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, and in particular, chapter 2. You'll remember that chapter 2 mentions how important it is to maintain your peace and serenity during times of turmoil. And as I work to procure personal protective equipment and vaccines for Canadians, this is the type of message that I carry forward. I would also like to thank Dr. Dubé for his support and leadership of our Hindu community over the last number of years. And for me personally, Dr. Dubé, thank you for supporting me in my journey to become a member of parliament and the first Hindu member of the federal cabinet. I am so grateful, as we all are, for your leadership. So, on behalf of the Prime Minister and our government, I would like to wish you all a very, very happy virtual Diwali. Namaste, take good care, and all my love.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Minister, for your kind words. And I'm sure everybody knows by now that her portfolio also entails purchasing the vaccine, the much sought after vaccine that we're all looking for, or vaccines. So we know that she's on top of that right now, and Canada has been receiving high marks in the international community for our efforts in terms of securing vaccines. So thank you very much, Minister. And Dr. Dubé, you don't need permission from me or anybody else to speak. Whenever you want to speak, you just unmute and you can speak. That's the privilege of being Dr. Dubé. So I don't want to recap Dr. Dubé's presentation, but he's touched some very important points. And he has definitely painted a picture so you can understand the magnitude of work that's being done at Vishnu Mandir. And it's not just Arti and Darshan and Puja and Havan. It's so many more things, and so many more things that he didn't even mention. There's about 180 students in Balvihar that attends that temple. And on the COVID, they're still doing Balvihar programs online. So there are a lot of things that are going on like that. And there are too many to mention, but as the night go on, we can hear some more of the activities that are constantly happening at Vishnu Mandir. At this point, I just want to acknowledge a donation of $500 from Omadat and Nandrani Sharma, and another donation from a very special individual, Mr. and Mrs. Kishan and Devi Prasad, $2,000, and they're celebrating their first anniversary. And Baba, you were in Guyana last year, time like this. We were enjoying the not so cold weather, and definitely not so white. But so that's a very nice contribution, and congratulations to Devi and Kishan again on your anniversary. Thank you very much. I want to move along with the program right now, and I want to bring up an exciting dance item. This one, I can sing the title of the song better, but I don't want to do that right now. We already had enough bad weather. It's from the movie Sultan. It's a Kathak adaptation. This singer is very popular, Rahat Fateh Ali Khan, and the actress in this item in the movie. All the cricket fans know Anushka Sharma, and Anushka Sharma is the actress in this item. So I want to present this dance item from one of our prior events at Vishnu Mandir's gala, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm sure you enjoyed that one there for sure. I just want to continue with the updates. I just got a happy Diwali message here. Happy Diwali to all. May God bless you all. Please accept $1,001 donation from Rajesh Arora, Kanta, and Om Arora. So thank you very much to that family for your kind donation. And also just got a message here that we're getting $1,001 from Ravi Dubey. So thank you very much, much appreciated. And see, putting Dr. Dubey on makes a whole lot of difference. The numbers are coming in pretty nicely. So thank you very much. We want to continue with the entertainment. If I can get somebody to send a chat in, let me know if you're enjoying the items. I've got one person responded earlier, and they enjoyed Gita Bishram out of New York. And so we're going to put up Gita Bishram again to do an item. This item is an Arjit Singh number, and I'll have Gita Bishram do this one justice. She's backed by the Angels Caribbean band, led by her husband Vinod. And you know, these individuals are fantastic human beings. They heard of what we're doing and volunteered their services to participate in this program. So we want to thank them for reaching out all the way from New York City. At this point, I will turn it over to Control, and we'll hear Gita Bishram with this wonderful selection. Hope you enjoy.
दिल का दरिया बह ही गया, इश्क इबादत बन ही गया, खुद को मुझे तू सौंप दे, मेरी जरूरत तू बन गया, बात दिल की कह रही तेरी कसम, तेरे बिन अब न लेंगे एक भी दम, तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम, तेरे बिन अब न लेंगे एक भी दम, तुझे कितना चाहने हम, तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे कदम, तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम। तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम तेरे साथ हो जाएंगे कदम तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम आ, ओ, आ, तुझे कितना चाहने लगे हम
Thank you very much. I'm sure you enjoyed that one. The Arjit Singh special being done by Geeta Bishram. What a fantastic rendition indeed. Very, very nice song. And, I've got some compliments on that song on the chat as well. And I just got a message from Vinod, the leader of the band, that they're excited to be part of this program and they send their best wishes to Dr. Dubey and the entire team at Vishnu Mandir. So thank you very much again, Geeta and Vinod, for participating with us tonight. We really appreciate it so much. I know we've heard Dr. Dubey a few times for the night, and when he speaks, people listen for many reasons, respect, adoration, etc. Now we want to hear Dr. Dubey sing one more time, and I heard him sing I heard him singing this song before, Kya Barosa. And it's a very nice composition, and it's with deep meaning as well. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the spotlight on back to Vishnu Mandir, and we'll listen to Dr. Dubey do this very nice and soothing rendition. Over to Dr. Dubey's rendition.
In this bhajan prayer-like song, we are asking you to help us out in this big projects that we have. The Narasimha Temple, the Balaji Temple, the Wellness Center. It is with your help that these things can happen. And what this song reflects is that what hope we have on this breath that we breathe in and out and we take for granted. At any time, it could be snatched away from us. Kya bharosa. Bharosa means what faith we have, what hope we have that this life is going to continue. So on this vein, I ask you to help us out within your possibilities. क्या भरोसा है इस जिंदगी का साथ देती नहीं है किसी का क्या भरोसा है इस जिंदगी का सांस रुक जाएगी चलते चलते सांस रुक जाएगी चलते चलते शम्मा बुझ जाएगी जलते जलते शम्मा बुझ जाएगी जलते जलते जब निकल जाएगा जब निकल जाएगा जब निकल जाएगा रोशनी का क्या भरोसा है इस जिंदगी का क्या
Thank you very much, Dr. Dubey. We enjoyed that one for sure, and I think the more we hear these type of renditions from you, the type of soothing bhajans and songs that you sing and deliver to us, it gives us a deeper appreciation for some of these thoughtful songs that you try to impart entertainment, but at the same time a strong message. So thank you very much, Dr. Dubey. Right now, we want to switch gears a bit. I'll pause on the entertainment, and I want to acknowledge a donation here from Auntie Shama Singh for $201. And Auntie we appreciate that very much. And she is a long-standing supporter of Vishnu Mandir, and I know her for a very long time. So Auntie Shama, thank you very much for that donation. The next item will have a presentation by an individual at Vishnu Mandir. I know her a little bit, but I know her kids more. And from knowing the kids, sometimes you know the parent, and then you make a judgment on the kids. And this one is a little different. I know her sons, and especially the younger one. And these boys are very active with the youth group at Vishnu Mandir. These are the guys that made the pizza challenge to me, and I still owe you guys a pizza for the Kalho Ho program. I want to say this publicly. Myself and Uncle Ram will be there as soon as this pandemic is over to serve you guys pizza. So we still are going to hold our end of the bargain. Soni Budu, she is a member of the Lakshmi Sabha, parent, and volunteer at Vishnu Mandir. And she has some greetings for us, and I'll ask to spotlight Auntie at this point.
नमस्ते और सबको दिवाली अभिनंदन। मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ कि आज मुझे इस पावन मौके पर बोलने की मौका मिली है। I feel honored to have the opportunity to share my gratitude on this auspicious occasion. On behalf of the Lakshmi Sabha members and my family, I want to thank Dr. Dubey, Pandit Board, and all the executive members of the Voice of the Vedas for their continuous support and guidance. विष्णु मंदिर में सभी भक्तों की हमेशा हार्दिक स्वागत है। Vishnu Mandir has always welcomed all devotees with open arms. We indeed experienced this 6 years ago when we came from Mauritius. We immediately felt the sense of belonging. We were able to quickly integrate with everyone, and the mandir became our family. यहाँ बच्चों के भी सुविधा है। Like many kids, both my sons are so lucky to be able to learn about the Hindu culture and spirituality in Bal Vihar classes, summer camp, and the youth group of the Mandir. This definitely will help them to learn about the values of life and become cultured Hindus. We all know how challenging 2020 has been for many people, and it was not different for my family. We faced difficult times at the beginning of the pandemic, and I would like to thank Dr. Dubey and Pandit Bhoj for being there by our side to support us at each and every step to overcome those tough days. Thank you everyone for adhering to the strict COVID-19 protocols at the Mandir, which enabled us to stay safe, and we are fortunate that we are able to celebrate Diwali at the Mandir as a big family. May the Diwali diyas light up your life with happiness and burn all your sorrows. आप सबको दिवाली की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। Thank you.
Thank you very much, Auntie, for your very heartfelt presentation. And you mentioned about when you came to the mandir and how welcoming you felt. And I'm sure every one of us here who has visited the mandir or associated with the mandir would echo the same thing. And that's just the environment that Vishnu Mandir fosters. And again, that's a testament to the leadership of Uncle Krishna, Pandit Boj, and of course, Dr. Dubey and the entire team. So it's again good to hear that somebody feels that way, and the small little things that has made a difference. And the community building is key, and it's very notable in this case. Dr. Dubey, I know, has got some updates with some donations, and I'll ask Dr. Dubey to, I'll spotlight you, Dr. Dubey, and you can give us your update.
Thank you. Thank you, Prakash. You're doing a wonderful job for us. Very good master ceremony. We have got so far about $100,000 collected today. Plus, we have got a pledge of $150,000, which I know will be coming in from, as I said, from Uday Sharma and family, plus $100,000 from Ajit Subeshwar and family, plus $50,000 from the Dilawar family. Those are monies which will be coming in. And I would like to thank all of you for whatever donation you're giving, $50, $25, whatever little you can give to help us build this temple. And we can't forget Hari Ram Prasad, his donation for the demand. I would also, I just will be remiss if I don't mention my brothers who have worked hard with me in this temple project. Robin, who used to work hard, but now is slacking a little bit. But Dwarka continues to work hard. All the grass he mows. He used to clean the snow at work, with no charge to the temple. All that work, and it's a big place to do. So I like to say thanks to Dwarka. I wish his family well. And his son Avinash is now working voluntarily in the temple, doing lots of work for us. So Robin, Dwarka, and Avinash, I'd like to thank you very much. The donations are coming, and we would like to reach about $400,000 tonight. And if we do that, then we can go on our projects without having any doubt that we'll be able to complete them. So if you can give $51, $100, $200, $500,000, whatever you can give, please give, because it's so important for all of us to pitch in and fetch this load. And this is not a load. This is a blessing, because the song kaisa, kya bharosa hai is zindagi ka. What hope we have that our lives will be here forever. We work, we must give something, not only to the temple. I'm not saying only give, but today I'm asking for the temple. But I've always told you, not only to give to this temple, give wherever you want to give. Give something that you can relieve or ease the burden and the pain of another man. But the only caveat there is you must not look for any reward. You help a man and you must forget it. So if he's not nice to you later on, you must not say, oh, you know how much I did for him. If I said that, I don't know, every day someone asks me for something, I try to do whatever I can. I'm not always successful, but positive thinking, you can be successful. Not always, but negative thinking, you'll always fail. Prakash?
Thank you, Dr. Dubey. I think your message is loud and clear. I just want to add a different spin on this giving thing. And I know I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I just want to add a different spin. We have Boxing Day sale, Black Friday sale. There's always a time limit, a time gap for the festival. Diwali has been here, and this is the last week. As a matter of fact, today is the last day. The snow tells us that Diwali is over. Today is the last day for Diwali. Customary, we receive and we give. Diwali is known for the time when we want to support our mandirs. And so I just want to remind everybody that from a sales perspective, this is the window where we have to give. And if you're thinking of giving, be reminded the time is here. Tomorrow is winter fully, and we're going into a different stage. So today is Diwali. That's it. After today, no more Diwali programs and so forth. This is the time to give. So, Dr. Dubey, thank you very much. I'm sure with your plea, we're going to see some more donations coming in. I want to take the spotlight back to some entertainment. This item you're going to see, I'm sure you'll recognize some faces here. The faces that would be from the past, and some of these individuals still go to the mandir. This is a Punjabi number, and very energetic item, a dance item that was presented so many years ago at one of the Vishnu Mandir galas. So I'm going to go to the control room and we're going to look at this dance item. Enjoy. And feel free to tap your feet and shake your hands and so forth.
करदा बई जी करदा तन कोल बिठावा जी 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 करदा एक वारी ओ एक वारी तू सीने नाल लग सोहणी ओ बल्ले बल्ले तू सीने नाल लग सोहणी ओ शावा शावा तू सीने नाल लग सोहणी जी करदा बई जी करदा तन जफ्फियां पावां 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 जी करदा एक वारी ओ एक वारी तू हथ मेरा फड़ सोहणी ओ बल्ले बल्ले तू हथ मेरा फड़ सोहणी ओ शावा शावा तू हथ मेरा फड़ सोहणी मैनू तू कहे दी सुन लो एक बारी दिल मंगिया सी हुन लो और कुछ भी ना चाहे नसीबा करे बस इतना जो हो सके तो रब्बा करे और रब्बा तेरा दिल है बड़ा एक सुन ले मेरे दिल की दुआ जी करदा बई जी करदा तेरे संग टुर जावा जी करदा बई जी करदा तेरे संग टुर जावा जी करदा टुर जाना ओ टुर जाना कोई रास्ता रोके लग सोहणी ओ बल्ले बल्ले तू फड़ मेरा हथ सोहणी ओ शावा शावा कोई रास्ता रोके लग सोहणी ओ बल्ले बल्ले तू फड़ मेरा हथ सोहणी ओ शावा शावा कोई रास्ता रोके लग सोहणी ओ बल्ले बल्ले तू फड़ मेरा हथ सोहणी
Awesome. I want to say Vishnu Bahadur, the president of Radhakrishna Mandir. Happy Diwali to you, Vish. I did get your message. I couldn't see your picture on screen, but you did say you were tapping your feet and clapping your hands. So I believe you. It was indeed a very nice item by those youngsters at Vishnu Mandir. Some of those youngsters I know have already graduated university. So good to look back at those moments. And I can see some of the older heads in the crowd smiling and reminiscing some of those things. At this point, I want to acknowledge $1,200, $1,201 donation from Pandit Boj and Auntie Tej. Thank you very much for your kind donation. Hard workers and still making financial contribution like this. Thank you very much. Another donation that I want to acknowledge is somebody that's close to the Friends of Dialysis group, Gord Ramkisoon, $1,000. So thank you very much, and we look forward for more donations coming on. I want to bring up some more entertainment, and this one, it's an old classic. It's a Sunday night special. Gata Rahe Mera Dil, a very old song, but very popular song. Before my time, but we all enjoy this oldie. And this was done by a very talented young man in the Toronto community. Everybody knows Bishram Devkinandan. He was singing this one with Shobha Shekhar. You'll see some very popular musicians like my friend Harold Budu and Praveen in the group that were doing this item. So I'm going to pass the control over to this item, Gata Rahe, and enjoy this one. I'm sure you will.
तू ही मेरी मंजिल
गाता रहे मेरा दिल तू ही मेरी मंजिल है कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन
गाता रहे मेरा दिल तू ही मेरी मंजिल बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन
गाता रहे मेरा दिल प्यार करने वाले और प्यार ही करेंगे जलने वाले चाहे जल जल मरेंगे
प्यार करने वाले और प्यार ही करेंगे जलने वाले चाहे जल जल मरेंगे
मिलके जो धड़के हैं वो दिल हरदम ये कहेंगे कहीं बीते ना वो कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन
गाता रहे मेरा दिल तू ही मेरी मंजिल ओ मेरे बाह थामे चलना बदले दुनिया सारी तुम ना बदलना
ओ मेरे हमराही मेरी बाह थामे चलना बदले दुनिया सारी तुम ना बदलना
प्यार हमें भी सिखला देना गर्दिश में संभलना कहीं बीते ना
वो कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन गाता रहे मेरा दिल तू ही मेरी मंजिल है कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन कहीं बीते ना ये रातें कहीं बीते ना ये दिन गाता रहे मेरा दिल तू ही मेरी मंजिल
Thank you very much, there. I'm sure you enjoyed that one. It's very popular filmy song, so I'm sure you enjoyed that. Lata and Kishore have done some wonderful tunes in the past, and this has always been one good one. So I was just going through the chat, and I've got an interesting one here. It came from Karamjeet Prashar, and Dr. Dubey, this one is to you. He said, one day Dr. Dubey said, a spiritual person has a glow on his face. And I can see that glow on Dr. Dubey's face today. So that's a good compliment. Maybe we should maybe get you to elaborate on this intermittent fasting some more, and then they can understand what's that about. So a very nice comment. Thank you, and keep sending in the comments. We appreciate it. It's definitely good to hear these nice things. There's somebody else that mentioned how Vishnu Mandir is a wonderful place to attend. Thank you very much for those comments. Before I go to the next item, I just want to, I'm not sure if, Rajiv, if you have your guys next to you, are your guys next to you? You can just, if your team is standing next to you, Rajiv?
Actually, yeah, let me call Kudas. Kudas, come here. Come. Yeah, just come quickly. I think.
Just for 1 second. I just want to point out something here.
Yeah, Kudas is coming. We're both here.
Okay.
Zach, yes.
So these two guys right here, I just want to spotlight it. Kudas is just putting on his surgical mask as per Dr. Dubey's instructions. And Rajiv, these are the two individuals that are putting everything together in the back, behind the scenes. And I want you to give a virtual round of applause to these two gentlemen for doing such a fantastic job. A great team of guys to work with. And for me, myself, you've made it easy, and really appreciate the effort that you're doing. And not just today, but you do it every week, every time there's something at Vishnu Mandir. And there's some other guys with your team as well. I would like to say thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. So I want to go on with the program some more entertainment. I think as the entertainment heats up, the donations come in, and want to present a young man that has grown up his entire life at Vishnu Mandir. And there are many recordings with this individual, but this one I think it's very entertaining, and it's a very popular item. The item is called Payoji Maine Ram Ratandana Payo. It's done in a classical style. It's presented by, as I said, a very special individual, the one that's very popular at Vishnu Mandir, a very renowned artist, trained by some of the greatest gurus out there. I'm talking about Hashil Lodhia. And Hashil is also accompanied by Aditya Chakravarti in this item. And you can see Pandit Nataraj playing the violin as well in this item. So without further ado, let's pass it over to the control room to hear this Payoji Mani Ram Natanan Payo. So over to control.
Payoji मैंने पायोजी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो 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 वस्तु बमोलिका वस्तु बमोलिका दी मेरे सदगुरु वस्तु बमोलिका दी मेरे सदगुरु कृपा कर बनायो भगोरी मैंने कृपा जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाए जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाए जन्म जन्म की पूंजी पाए जग में सब ही खोवायो पायो जी मैंने जग में सब ही खोवायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो सतकी नाव के सतकिनावके सतकिनावके सत्या सतगुरु भवसागर तरयायो पयो जी मैंने भवसागर तरयायो पयो जी मैंने राम धन धन पायो 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 पयो जी मैंने पयो जी मैंने राम धन धन राम धन धन राम धन धन पायो.
What a wonderful selection indeed. Such classical training, you can tell right away from the way the alap and the rags are being represented. So wonderful job to Hashil and his team. And of course, Pandit Nataraj, you can hear him on the violin as well. Really good to hear the tabla and the pakawaj together with the violin. So amazing. It was great. I think Dr. Dubey, we haven't heard from him for a while, and I think the ticker has been moving. So I'll go to Dr. Dubey for an update at Vishnu Mandir. Dr. G?
Thank you, Prakash. We just got a donation of $20,000 for the late Pratap and now Sudha Rastogi and family. If all people of the Punjabi family are looking on, please give if you can, so that when we finish tonight, we can know that we have reached the over $400,000 mark, and our building will be free of all debts. This will be remarkable if we can do all this and no debts. So I would like to thank Sudhaji. Sudhaji is a lover of classical. She was a great follower and a patron of the late Pandit Jasraj. Pandit Jasraj used to stay at her home when he used to come here. So I'd like to thank Sudha again. Her son is a physician, and we know him extremely well. Another son, I think, is a dentist. So thank you, Sudhaji. And where Pratapji's Jivatma is, may Bhagwan bless him. I would like to thank Prabhat Sood for the tireless work that he does for Vishnu Mandir. He works tirelessly and he never says no. I would like to take this opportunity of thanking him for all the great work that he has done. Prakash has thanked Rajiv, but we do not know what Rajiv has brought to this temple. Someone had hacked into our email, and over $10,000 were gone. Rajiv used his initiative and his intuition in getting all that money back for us. Plus, helped another guy who, a Muslim guy. He got back some money for him too, and he gave us $2,000 also. So Rajiv is priceless. And Kudas works extremely hard for us. He's always there. We can always rely on both these people to help us in our IT. We have the greatest IT team, and I would like to take this opportunity that Bhagwan should thank them. As a matter of fact, Rajiv is on my fasting team, and he is benefiting a lot from it. And I'll have to put Kudas on the fasting team. I look at him today. So again, please continue to give, and I will at the end I will give a total, or Janti can give the total that we collected for today. Okay, Prakash.
Thank you, Dr. Debe. We'll come back to you at the end for sure for the final tally. We're winding down the program, but there's still some items to go. And, I want to present an item, a dance item. Deva Sri Ganesha is this very popular song from Agnipat, and has, used to be my favorite. Actually, I think she is still one of my favorite actresses, Priyanka Chopra. And I'll have Control cue up this song for us, and we can enjoy this very energetic item. Over to Control.
Presenting you Jargon Entertainment.
Thank you very much, Kudas, for that item queuing up. It's definitely an energetic dance, and I want to say that I had to defend how much I still like Priyanka Chopra to my daughter just now. So, but yeah, I still like Priyanka Chopra. Um, another another speaker. This one is no stranger to us. The Assistant Executive Vice President and the President of the Lakshmi Sabha, Janti Rajkumar, hardworking individual with a team of ladies that has done immense work at Vishnu Mandir, and they're a great support mechanism for the entire operation, and they're always so involved with these galas and yajnas and festivals that nobody will disagree, and Dr. Dubey will be the first to agree that their part, their role is very integral in the success and implementation of these programs. So without further ado, I want to pass the spotlight on to Janti ji, and we'll hear from her tonight as she delivered the greetings on behalf of the Lakshmi Sabha.
Thank you very much, Prakashji. Namaste viewers, all the viewers on YouTube, Facebook, and Zoom, and of course to All Man Winter tonight. So I bring greetings tonight from the Lakshmi Sabha and the youth group on behalf of Stephanie Raghunandan and Pam Raghunandan tonight. So this year has been a very challenging year. It's been a year like no other. And while we were in lockdown, our youth group was the most active unit at this temple, and they were delivering COVID packages to the seniors and low-income families. They also delivered packages to the frontline workers, the Richmond Hill Fire Department, and the Toronto Police. They want to make sure that they're not forgotten and to make to let you guys know that they're still vibrant.
One second, Janti. I think we. Sorry, Janti ji. We're having some technical difficulties there. We're gonna have you do the second half of your presentation. We had an audio drop off. So whilst Rajiv is fixing that, we will jump back to you shortly. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh,
I
okay.
was
Sorry
just
about that.
saying,
All
I
right.
was just saying about the Lakshmi Sabha and some of the key items we have been doing this year. So during the lockdown, we were calling members of our temple to ensure that they're doing okay and that they had everything that they needed to stay in lockdown, and especially to our Anand Bhawan seniors. They were still getting their Sunday meals as usual, and our youth group were taking care packages to them with all their masks and everything that they need. This year, our summer camp was done virtually because we had nothing physical at the temple. And I have to say, we evolved with the pandemic, and the summer camp was very well received and very well done. We had a total of 55 students, and we had students coming from all the way in Florida, Nevada, and Washington. There were great testimonials and feedback, and we're looking forward to having our summer camp in 2021. And the way it's going to be another virtual one. So among our members, we even managed to have like a Zoom tea party where we talk about how we're doing and how this pandemic is affecting us, and we're making sure that each other is doing well. So at VOV, you can see our safety and our mental health are a priority. And you had heard from Soni Budhu, who is a member of the Lakshmi Sabha, and what the Voice of Vedas has done for her and her family on their arrival to Canada and during the pandemic. VOV wants to continue with, ensuring that we have good health, good safety, and we want to lift the spirits and the spirituality of our community to help the people to be resilient, to heal and have faith, to live their best life, especially during this time. In light of this, as Dr. Dubé had mentioned, there are temples that we have being constructed right now, the Balaji, the Nurse Simha Temple, and the Yoga and Wellness. And we really do need this for our own spirituality and wellness and health. So I sincerely urge for your donations and generosity towards this cause. And thank you so much for all the money that we have received so far. The last time I checked, we were over 400,000. So during this time, our Lakshmi Sabha ladies are even working harder with management to ensure we have plans and policies in place for our organization, not only to handle the operations, the day-to-day operations, also an expansion, but we also want to make sure we have plans for sustainability. We want to have a disaster plan into place, and so we continue as an entity into the future from generation to generation, no matter what the hardship is. So please look out for those developments in 2021. As we continue to fight this pandemic, please be safe and healthy. And remember, we are all in this together. Happy Diwali and blessings and light to all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much there, Auntie Janti Ramkumar, for your Diwali greetings and highlighting some of these things that happen behind the scene. It's important. And, with Zoom, you got a chat going, and the chat, I don't think this was public. It came to me privately. Uncle Krishna and Uncle Leonard was wondering how come they were not invited to the tea party. I will leave that the way it is, and they can sort that out. But for the record, I don't think Dr. Dube was even invited. So I want to continue with some entertainment. I got enough. I got enough sort of comments that coming my way about Priyanka Chopra. So I'm not going to comment about this actress that's coming up in this song. This song that we're going to hear is an adaptation of an older song from Kurbani, and it was redone recently in a Shah Rukh Khan movie, and it was a hot item number. And I will turn the spotlight over to the Nightingale in New York once more for the night. We've enjoyed her, and we had some good comments on the chat about the Angels Band, and they're enjoying the Angels Band. And I'm going to go back to Geeta Bishram one more time for the night. And we're going to listen to this item piece. This is the time when you would normally see Janti and her group showing you how they celebrate Diwali. And unfortunately, we can't see it in the full spectrum. But if the lights are on and the cameras are on, we can spotlight some of you guys if you want to show what Diwali celebration is. So I'm going to turn this over to the Angels Band for this hot item from Laila O Laila from the adaptation of Qurbani. I'm sure you enjoyed that one for sure, and that's entertainment for sure. And I'm sure Dr. Du will agree that this band has some energy, and all right, that's a cue. You know, on the awards show, you speak too much, you give you some music to shut up. But anyways, I'll take that as it is. Before I call on Dr. Dubey to give his closing remarks, and then Pandit Boj will be doing our final closing prayers and his wishes. I just want to acknowledge Prabhat Sood and Indu Sood, $201 donation. Thank you very much. And Mrs. Indrani Sharma Chachi has donated $501 in celebration of Pandit Rudra's 50th birthday. So ahead of time, I'd like to wish Pandit Rudra a happy 50th. Very special milestone, my brother. And I wish you all the very best, God's continuous guidance, and keep doing the good work you do for our community. Thank you. So as we wrap things down, two very important presentations left. Dr. Dubey will do his summation, and then Pandit Boj. So before doing all that, I want to personally say thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for donating tonight. Thank you for your indulgence, for your continued support towards Vishnu Mandir and all that's good in our Dharma. I want to wish everybody a happy Diwali on behalf of myself and my family, and urge you to continue to give the support, especially to places like Vishnu Mandir and other temples, for the good work they're doing. Without further ado, again, it's been my pleasure, and thank you very much for listening. I want to put you back on and put the spotlight to Dr. Dubey, and he will give us a final update on the numbers.
Thank you, Prakash. Ladies and gentlemen, we were able to raise $415,000. I want Roop Prasad in Guyana to hear this figure and ask him whether he will round it up to 420. So if you can send a note to me quickly, or Prakash, that you can give us a round figure of 420, it'll be great. But I would like to thank each and every one of you for contributing your pennies and cents. There are numbers in here which have not been called yet, like, for example, the Vivanam and so forth, which people are promising to give. And all the people who have given here tonight, those who have given 150, 150, whatever the case may be, $500, $51, $21, $25, whatever you have given, it will go for a good cause. It will be for the protection of our Dharma, and also to help us on our onward journey. So I would like to thank Prakash especially for the wonderful job that he has done for us. And when I thought of this program, I thought he will do a wonderful job for us. Prakash, your cousin has rounded it up to $420,000. $5,000 from Roop and Roop and Aditi from Lillian Dal. They have given, Aditi Maharaj gave us $1,000 recently also, Gayatri Maharaj. And so we would like to thank that family for always supporting us. So $420,000 and counting. Thank all of you. Thank our president, our executive, our team, Janti and her team, and Prakash for doing such a wonderful job. Prakash has a knack for this kind of thing. So Prakash, thank you again. Let's give Prakash a big round of applause, and all the hard work. And I cannot forget my Teji, who was so instrumental in getting people out on Facebook, etc. Rajiv, Kuda, so many others. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If I forget to mention your name, to say thank you, please remember you have the greatest blessings, because when your name is not called, you get the greatest blessings. So, Prakash, your name has been called a lot tonight, so I don't know about the blessings on you. I would like to hand you over, and please acknowledge your cousin's $5,000.
Thank you, Dr. Dubey. Thank you very much. These praises might not be that worthy or necessary, because we do whatever we do, almost everybody can agree we do it at the behest of your orders, and we do it because of the inspiration we get from you, and the motivation comes from the fruits that you bear from the things you do. So thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be part of this. And I just want to make one correction. I got a text from my on my phone here. It's Aditi Prasad that actually made that donation. So I want to correct that. So thank you very much from Lillian Dahl. Without further ado, again, I wish everybody happy Diwali, but I want to pass the spotlight on to somebody that's sometimes we forget to mention. We mention Auntie Tej a lot, and she is a very important part of Vishnu Mandir. But the team that hardly gets mentioned sometimes is the team of pandits. There's a group of pandits that they represent North India, South India, East India, West Indian. Everything is included, and Pandit Boj is the nucleus of that group. And Pandit Boj has been the support mechanism behind. And as much as all the guys that are doing the physical stuff, he's the one guy that I talk to and get my guidance from. So I want to give Pandit Boj that sort of accolades, because what I do because of his inspiration and his guidance. So Chacha Boj, over to you, and Jai Sitaram to everybody.
Pranam, and we are going to do the closing prayers now for this wonderful session that we had in presenting some of the talents of Vishnu Mandir and extended to some of the most outstanding talent that we have in North America. It is time for prayers, and our prayers, ever than before, is very important, because with all the medical help that we have to fight this battle, prayers can do wonders. So we pray for leaders of the Mandir, my Guru, the chairman, the president, and all other members of this Mandir and all other communities. As you see, there are people from Guyana, there are people from New York listening and following our program. We ask Bhagwan to bless them, that it is a battle that we are fighting together, but with his grace and his inspiration, we will think and do the right thing. So we pray with this very simple prayer that all of us know. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Thank you, and may God bless all.
That's the end of the program.
Thank you very much for joining us. Jai Sitaram. Stay well and stay safe.
Thank you.